So a lot of times I have patients that come in and they really have an issue with us taking radiographs on their first visit. I have made it a very important part of my exam process and clinical decision making when I get radiographs on everybody. There are certain times that we don't take x-rays, obviously if you're pregnant, and we don't always take x-rays on children. But there are many times we need to evaluate the spine to really understand the magnitude of where that condition really is so that we can have a better idea of the prognosis of how we can help that patient. So x-rays are very important. It's kind of like, I look at myself as the mechanic here when it comes to joint dysfunction, and we've talked about how we can improve the health of those joints, but it's kind of like opening up the hood, right? You know how your mechanic gets in there and he opens up the hood and he can really evaluate not only beyond the signs and symptoms of what's causing that car to break down, but he can actually visualize and see. And we find it a great tool to be able to take a look at these films and actually show the patient where they are on this timeline of life. And when we're all on the same page, we can make better decisions together. So when you come in for your first visit, what you can expect on your first visit is a proper, thorough evaluation. We're going to do our ortho and neuro test as necessary, and then we're going to sit down and find out where all the spinal dysfunction is actually occurring. Once we identify the areas of joint dysfunction that's going on in your spine, and if we decide that this is a chiropractic issue that we can help you with, the next step is to verify what we have found through radiographic images. Now, you may have films that were done from another doctor and they say, hey, everything was fine on it, we didn't see anything. But when a radiologist looks at your films, they're looking for pathologies and fractures and abnormalities. Whereas a chiropractor will look at a pair of films and say, okay, one hip's higher than the other, or you have a decrease in the cervical curve, or this arthritis is really important. And then what we do is we take the clinical findings and we match it with the radiographic so that we can create a story or a picture here where we can make better decisions of how we can move forward and answering the question, is chiropractic right for me and can you help me? So one of the things that we pride ourselves in here is we have state-of-the-art equipment. And one of the things I'll show you in a few moments is we have a radiographic room, a room that's called an x-ray room, where you can come in and we have digital films that we can take in there. And once you come back on your second visit, we have time to go over those films. And right here would be an example. So here's an example of what you would expect when you come back for your first visit. We would actually go through each of these x-rays with you, and we would actually scroll through various areas of your spine to actually show you wear and tear and any areas that we feel would match clinically and that we can help you appropriately using chiropractic care. This is a fabulous tool. We can actually make copies of these discs as well and send home with you after your first visit. So I hope this kind of opens up and clears a little bit of everybody's understanding of why radiographs are very important. Again, we can discuss it when patients come in for their first visit, if it's actually necessary or not. And obviously, if you have films from another office, bring them with you, because we may not have to take them again if you've had films that are recent and are clinical to what we're working on that visit. We hope to see you again soon, and again, I look forward to talking to you again on the next video.